Hey, Mr. Kirk, what you're charged with here sure is a crime of battery.
Them out, me, Dolo, I'm the truth. Quit playing with me, boy. Quit playing with me, boy. Pick your pants up, nigga. Fuck is you talking about, nigga?
The loud noise on South Beach here is no party. It's a symphony of gunshots. And now a famous rapper is said by detectives to be caught up in the shooting investigation.
Jonathan Kirk, more known as DaBaby, is one of the top artists to come out of 2019. Since DaBaby has taken off in his career and stamped his name in the rap community, he has also dealt with a lot of drama. From fights, shootings, and many more tragic situations, DaBaby is a rapper that many in the industry fear. So today let's look at why rappers are really scared of DaBaby. But before we cover all this, let's talk about how DaBaby became DaBaby. DaBaby was born in Cleveland, Ohio, moving to Charlotte, North Carolina at the age of 6, where he grew up with his mom and 2 older brothers. At a young age, the superstar already knew he wasn't going to be a regular citizen working a 9 to 5. By the age of 17, he found himself living the street life, hustling hard, making good money. He even stated in the interview how he had foreign cars and condos by the age of 21. That's crazy. Everything was going good for him up until June 15, 2013. On this date, DaBaby was caught and locked up with drug and gun charges. This is when he decided this wasn't a life he wanted to pursue anymore. He wanted bigger and better. In December of 2014, DaBaby sold all of his cars and condos to fund his newly found passion, rap. He started his rap career under the name Baby Jesus, where he released his debut mixtape, Non-Fiction. However, he later changed his name to DaBaby as he didn't want to offend anyone's religions or beliefs. And since then, his career has been skyrocketing. But as we all know, more money comes with more problems. Early in his stardom, the Charlotte rapper was resting in his luxury apartment when he heard some screaming coming from the front. He immediately woke up, grabbed his gun, and hit the corner to see 6 guys rummaging through his belongings.
Goddamn come. I turn the corner on some James Bond shit, you hear me? Goddamn, I turn the corner, I see, it's like this. I see like 5, 6 niggas, you see what I'm saying? But some of them over there going through shit.
He said in a Vlad interview that these guys must have been rookies because they didn't even check the whole spot before they started taking things. After he saw the guys, he immediately started shooting at them, hitting one. The thieves returned fire, not hitting DaBaby at all. That's when DaBaby hit the corner again, went out the back of his apartment retreating while the thieves ran away scared. But that's just one situation. It gets even crazier from here because he even has Lil Durk scared of him. But first, let's talk about when DaBaby was shooting a music video in Atlanta. When some local goons approached him and asked him who gave him permission to record here. DaBaby didn't back down to these guys. He immediately said back to the guys, "I don't sign as a permission slip anywhere I go." This showed everyone that DaBaby is no one to play with. He's going to stand on his actions and not let anyone punk him out. However, this isn't the only time DaBaby has been tested in public before. In 2018, DaBaby was taking a casual shopping trip in Walmart with his wife and children when 2 men approached the artist flashing their guns. The guys then threatened DaBaby, telling him to meet them outside to talk. So DaBaby, being the stand-up guy he is, separated himself from his family to address the situation in a safe manner. It wasn't until a few minutes later when the artist and 2 men were seen drawing their guns, arguing and shooting at each other. DaBaby then went on Instagram to further address the situation, saying how if anyone else was in that situation, they would have protected their family too.
The story come out, that footage come out and show y'all how I was in there with my 1-year-old daughter, my 5-year-old little nigga, my baby mama, some family shit. They didn't even walk up on me, try me, whipped out on my whole family. How do you owe me an apology, dog?
Since the shooting was declared self-defense, he was only charged with carrying a concealed weapon and only was sentenced to 1 year of probation. But DaBaby is also known for giving out them hands. In mid-2019, DaBaby was shopping in a Louis Vuitton store when underground rapper Cam Coldheart was clout chasing, recording DaBaby saying that he's a punk and he'll beat him up. It wasn't too long until this got under the Charlotte artist's skin, so DaBaby pulled out his phone and started recording Cam, calling him scary and saying he ain't gonna do nothing. That's when Cam made the worst mistake of the year. Cam instantly fired a punch at DaBaby and missed. DaBaby then went on to brutally beat the guy up. And even though we couldn't see the fight, we knew that DaBaby won because shortly after, he recorded Cam laying on the ground excessively bleeding from the face. I wonder if Cam ever sat back and thought, was this really worth the clout? This video went super viral and let everyone know that DaBaby was really out here knocking folks out. But this wasn't his first fight on camera though. In early 2020, DaBaby was seen on camera arriving at one of his club appearances when a fan started to beg the rapper for a picture. DaBaby made it very clear he didn't want a picture, but the guy kept bugging him. That's when the guy started to get too aggressive, forcing DaBaby's security to do their job. They beat the brakes off this man, putting him into a coma.
Yo, baby, let's take a picture.
DaBaby even got a few hits in himself. I guess you could say that guy really learned his lesson that day. DaBaby must really not like taking pictures with people because in his next situation, he went full savage mode. The Charlotte rapper was in Beverly Hills arriving at his hotel when an employee of said hotel approached him and asked for a selfie. DaBaby calmly declined, but the fan took the picture anyway. When DaBaby found out the picture was taken, he asked the guy to delete it. The guy said he deleted it, but DaBaby wasn't too satisfied with that. He was seen on camera violently shoving the hotel employee into a chair and standing over him in an interrogating manner. When the surveillance footage was leaked, DaBaby claimed to be protecting his daughter by preventing a picture of her going out online. But the superstar also had another incident to occur. DaBaby was performing in a club when some guy in the crowd was seen getting rowdy with the artist. The Charlotte native tried his best to ignore the guy and continue his performance, but the guy just kept getting closer and closer in his face. When he got too close, DaBaby threw a punch and instantly knocked him out cold on some Floyd Mayweather type stuff. He got back on stage and continued his performance like it was nothing. When are they gonna learn to stop messing with this guy? I guess never, because this wasn't the last time DaBaby gave someone the beat. DaBaby was recently in a feud with his ex-girlfriend Danny Lee when her brother was seen on camera pulling up on the rapper while he was out bowling enjoying himself. After a few words were exchanged from the two, DaBaby was seen throwing a punch at Danny's brother, knocking him down, and his security took it from there. Again, they beat the brakes off this guy all across the slippery bowling alley. Him and his security team are really about that action, but DaBaby has also had his online altercations. Not too long ago, DaBaby got into it with popular Houston artist Megan Thee Stallion on Twitter. Megan was allegedly shot by artist Tory Lanez, and the media made a complete joke out of it. DaBaby retweeted one of the memes on Twitter mocking Megan, and she didn't take that too well. Shortly after the tweet was reposted, many Megan fans flooded his comments saying how he shouldn't have tweeted that and he should delete it. DaBaby saw these notifications and replied with a tweet saying, "I don't know what type of Illuminati stuff Twitter got going on, but I ain't retweet that." He also said he tried to delete it, but Twitter didn't let him. He found that kind of weird. But Megan refused to believe him. She replied with a tweet saying how DaBaby is fake and supports her in private but does different in public. DaBaby then tried to calm her, saying that she let these folks get to her and he has nothing against her at all. He also says he ain't no industry guy and she's tripping if she thinks that. He then went on to show her love and tell her stay focused throughout the situation she's going through. And most recently, DaBaby has put himself in the beef between the two artists, NBA Youngboy and Lil Durk. He dropped a collab album with NBA Youngboy on the same day King Von, Lil Durk's associate, was set to release his posthumous album. This stirred up some controversy in the community, as many artists that were cool with King Von said it was really lame of him to do that and publicly call him out. But DaBaby, being the savage he is, he ain't let these guys faze him. He laughed at them and told them that it was all just business and some beef that has nothing to do with him shouldn't interfere with his business. He also made sure to show that he isn't with the internet beef and he's ready to do anything when he replied to them saying, "Do something." DaBaby clearly isn't one to play with. And click this video to see rappers responding to NBA Youngboy's diss track, "I Hate Youngboy."